use like sets from Amazon. This gnome is definitely smuggling some oatmeal. And what do I mean by that? That is when a gnome has a giant blocky hat, and it's because gnomes really like to go to the movies, and their favorite snack is oatmeal, but they're also very price conscious, and they are not going to pay movie theater prices for oatmeal. So they bring in their own oatmeal in their hats. This gnome is definitely smuggling some oats. Aries says, I still have some Prismacolors markers that are alive. I love using them. See, I love that for you. My experience with alcohol markers was that I bought one Copic marker and I tried to do something with it, and every time I held my hand still for like 1/87th of a second, it would make a giant ugly kerblobum. Like, for me, it was miserable. And so, like, it might just be that because Ari, what is your preferred method of color? I love this. Like, seriously, because Ari is a professional artist. I love that we can bring her in. And Ari's like, wait, what? What did I get fucking volunteered for? No. There are no wrong answers. We would just love to get your expert Ari opinion. Okay, just those two gnomes together. I try to sometimes make things a little bit different so they're distinctive. Like when we found the larger nose, I was like, oh, that'll be good. Look, this one's got a bigger nose, a smaller nose. The hat is different shaped. The way these are, that's what I mean. Like when we're making a pair of something, we don't want them to look identical, but we do want them to look kind of the same. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I think those are cute. I think that. Give me a little beepums. So with this rug, I the place, and then that chair, and those two little gnomes. Ari says, it's just the expensive. There's too many of them. Where do I put them if I buy more? Watercolor palette has all the colors right there and more convenient for me at the moment. I like blending them. Hard to explain. But so Ari and Rustic, as both of you are available in the near future that is probably not tonighteth, but you know what I mean. I would absolutely love if you guys had a chance to duck and talk. Like, seriously, Ari's got the art jam. But yeah, hard to explain in text. Like, when there's free time. Art plan. I love it. Okay. So, chair, two gnomes. Honestly, I think it's one of those things, if we wanted to add more, Ari says, oh, and I used to color over there with Prismacolor pencils. Nice. Rustic says, I avoid digital and I'm not sure why. Well, you know, if Rustic, my love, if you'd like to be gently benevived. So, you avoid digital? To me, it's one of those things like, well, if you want to examine it, then I would say, what's the worst thing about digital? That'd be my first question. What's the worst thing about it? And I'm not saying that you hate it, but what's because we're avoiding it for a reason. What's the worst thing about it? Like, what's that thing we're like, no, don't want, get out. And Ari says, I do the same with watercolor. But it says lack of tactile feeling. Ari says, digital hard. Rustic says, I do love colored pencils. Have Prismacolors, Derwent, Winsor, a new one, and Polychromos. I fucking love that for you. Amazing. But yes, Dirty Blood, I feel like lack of tactile feeling. When I draw and I don't, oh, guys, I need to make more emotes. Because the emotes are cute, but they need to be updated, and there needs to be a good humph one, and that. But seriously, like here's the steps to me doing digital drawing. Number 1, dig Benevieve shaped hole. 2, like deposit local Benevieve into hole. Like that's I can't. I cannot make myself. Oh, coffee! Angel, beloved, how are you doing? Coffee and crochet. I showed you 27 viewers. Hi, baby. Dirt was to eat all your races. Welcome, Raiders. LOL. Coffee. How's it going, beloved? What are you doing on your stream tonight? Tell us all about it. Because, hang on, and also, 1, tell us all about it when you get here, and 2, you know the theory around here, not even just theory, the constant theme, no apologies are needed if you need to raid and run. We don't call it raid and run, we call it raid a friend, then raid your kitchen. Go and do that streamer self-care. Take care of yourself. We want you to be happy and healthy. We're so glad to have you. And welcome, Raiders. I'm Benevieve. We do, oh my good keyboard, what do? We do lots and lots of different miniatures. We do gnomes. We do tiny food miniatures. And Coffee says, this is a coffee raid. We come to take your yarn and coffee. And see, that's the thing is, beloved Coffee, you know this. I literally, like, seriously, I'm a crafter. I have an entire craft room. I can probably see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like, at least 12 to 15 labeled craft bins from where I'm sitting in my dedicated craft room. And you know how many of them contain yarn? Not one bit. I don't own any yarn, and that's okay. I leave the yarn of the world for people who are better at it than me. Guy says, oh, there I go again. I hate the new mobile menu. I gotta say, I've only heard terrible things about the mobile shit. Like the mobile app, I've heard nobody's been like, oh my god, mobile app. Everyone's like, the mobile app's garbage. So I 1,000,000,000% believe you, Angel. How the gnomes doing? Oh, gnomes are all, like, look at these. Look at these gnomes. Look what they're doing. Hey, we got more too. Okay, says my mom loves the jelly donut magnets. More yarn for us. See, that's what I say. For real, like in my work, blah, 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 I work at a church. We have candles, and people put them in like a sand thing for a candle thing on Sunday. Great, great. And candles are made out of wax. Wax is expensive. We're done with them. And so I save them in a bag, and then I like give them away on my Buy Nothing group, because people like to take old candles and like make them into fire starters for camping. And so I gave them like to somebody who was like on the Buy Nothing. He was like, oh, that's great, I'm gonna make fire starters. And I was like, great. And I gave them to this person, and I was like, here you go. And they were like, oh, we love camping. And I was like, you know what? That's so wonderful for you. Basically, and here's my lifelong favor I'm going to do for you. When you go to the campground on like Memorial Day weekend, Labor Day weekend, and it's busy, and somebody just grabbed the last campsite, you just know that it wasn't me. I am fucking leaving that for other people. I did not take the last campsite. We leave, like, I leave that for you, gorgeous. Like, you fucking go ahead and camp it up. And yes, she left. And she was like, that's great. And I was like, yes, it is. And then I went back into the air conditioning. Ooh, what are we switching headbands? We've got the giant Baphomet right now. We're wearing Baphomet headband. We've got. Okay. What did we do with the cheesecake? I'm wondering, like, literally, I do not know. We got the one with the. We got a witch hat. We got the little fascinator with the thing across it. Probably says, like, the people it shows when I open it up aren't even people I follow. So trying to find new people is next level frustrating. Oh, weird. Seriously, now I'm wondering, hang on. Hold, please. I want to see if we can find the headband I am thinking of. Rather, the headband of which I am thinking. Gosh, French and toasters. That's okay. We'll get a Mr. Dirty Blood assist later. For now, we're going to switch it out. This is another one I made. I says, hey, Rosic. Dermot says, do what now? No, you're perfect, my beloved. We switched it out for... Wait, hang on. This one goes the other way. This is the moss and mushroom headband. Did I make the mushrooms? No. These are from the dollar store, and they're little foamy mushrooms. And this is a headband that I bought, and then we added the moss. We added the mushrooms. And yes, one of my very favorites. I love it. But no, Dirty Blood, you're fine. I'm just wondering what I did with the cheesecake headband. Like, I swear I just saw it. But we're fine. But hi, honey pie. How was the stream? What were we doing? Fill us in. But yeah, we got a little vintage chair, like a little vintage dollhouse chair. A little rug we're working on. Or, I mean, I guess it's done now. Oh, we are making tiny apple for fall charm bracelets. Oh my good geep gorp. That's so cute. Just one color, multiple colors, like red, green. Ooh. Just problem, the apple's smaller than the acorn. It's alright. And I gotta say, there's some little tiny apples, and maybe it's a very, very ambitious acorn. We don't know. Ben says, hey! Ben says, hey, y'all spectacular peeps. Glad to see you. How's it going, my friend? How did you like the stuff I mailed to you? Copy says, I need to make the acorn smaller and the apple bigger. And see, they can all, they may not be all for the same set at the same time. Like, the acorn can go, with a little acorn set, and the other one, yeah. Like, Lordy, recently we were, like, looking at noses for gnomes, and we realized that we had noses that were either for, like, gnomes, like, that big, or gnomes, like, this big. So, yeah. Scale is a relative thing. It's also one of the reasons I do like making things like fruit and vegetables instead of like a person. Because could an apple be shaped like this? Or that? Or maybe this? Sure. Could like a licensed character, their face be shaped like this or that or this? No, we set ourselves up for success by picking things to make that have got like, you know, a nice, not want to say margin of error, but a lovely cushion of believability. Do you know what I mean? Let's call it that. And we'll say, hey, Fan. And Fan says, they might be crab apples, right? And Coffee says, it's because I'm going to make it customizable. So the buyer gets to choose which charms go on the bracelet. So cute. And Coffee says, so I'm trying to make the charms somewhat cohesive in size. Well, I would say there's two ways to do that. Do we want to do cohesive in size or cohesive in scale? So let's say I'm going to make a charm bracelet. Like that people want to like, oh, here, buy, charm bracelet. So if I do them cohesive in size, let's think about if we're making, say a pumpkin and a cupcake. And so here's our charm bracelet, or, on our arm or whatever. And so if we're doing them like to scale individually, then a pumpkin's going to be this big and a cupcake's going to be this big. Do you know what I mean? But if you're doing them to scale, then if a pumpkin is this big, do you know what I mean? A cupcake is that big. Like, it's going to take at least probably 4 cupcakes stacked on each other to make one pumpkin scale. Do you know what I mean? So, Coffee says, yeah, in size. So, like, mostly we're on the same stitch count because I had to scale. Oh, OMG, I'd have to make it. That's what I mean. Yes. So I would just say, so matching in size. Scale can get honked because it can only be one or the other. You know what I mean? Like, it can't be like it's got to be one or the other. Either they're cohesive in size or they're cohesive in scale. And so because you're doing a stitch count, then I would say maybe pick a stitch count. Like, I don't know. Of course, I don't know anything about stitch count. Let's say the average size is 20 stitches. Maybe just be 18 to 22. Big things are 22, smaller things are 18. But you know me, I don't fucking know. But it's already adorable and I'm already excited to see stuff. And I have stuff from you that you've made, and it's in a little tiny box, and I open it and I look at it and I'm like, it's so precious. And Thunder says, and also, hi, Russican Coffee. And Coffee says, the only exception is letting the sunflower be a bit bigger because they see that they sassy like that. That is not an exception. That is an artistic choice. It's not an exception. Like, don't sell yourself short. You are an artist. You are making a set of art. And it's not an exception. That is you using your artistic license to emphasize what you would like to emphasize. That's amazing. And also, thank you. Thank you for trusting me with your viewers. I am so delighted. And, as I forgot to say, with the last rated, we love you. Not if you need to go, but we strongly support you taking care of yourself, doing some self-care, getting some food, checking on your beeping phone, just checking in on all of these things. So we support that very strongly. If you need to go and do these things, we love it. If you want to stay, we love that too. And also to new viewers, thank you for coming by. If you would like to share what you do, what kind of crafts you're into, what your, like craft is that like made you want to like dig your own grave with a decorative spoon and then like just lay in the grave until the craft was done. Because I think we've all had those, you know. Okay. We got a rug. And these are all made out of vintage fabrics. Like, we've got rugs for two gnomes, upon which two gnomes will sit. And they've got a little chair. And it's going to have a little gnome. And then this one, oops. Those gnomes need to be cured. I feel like these gnomes also really go with this fabric. I feel like we can do another gnome. If anyone says, look, I'm working on some Boobtober things. Nice! Oh, I love that. And because this one doesn't have like a green in it, and so it's okay that it isn't like fully match. I think for this one, we can do green and a strong roll. It could be green as that, like, because these have the same bodies and different hats. We could have same hats, different bodies. Maybe. But actually for this one, Coffee says, send a picture on your Discord on the one I finished yesterday that I can see later. Oops. Hang on. Hold, please. And should I have a thing where I can like switch whatevers and put things up? Yes. Do I? No. That's okay. Your local Menavie files that under. Okay, it was under in the Discord. Okay, or same hats, different body might look cute. Ooh, right. I think for this one, I kind of want to pull in. I don't know. I kind of want to pull in the funky green. What am I supposed to be looking at? I am seriously not to be trusted tonight. Here we go. Oh, cute. Oh, okay. Look at the crochet charm bracelets. The sunflower, a maple leaf, an acorn and maple leaf. Those are pretty. Oh, I love the details. I think it's a maple leaf. I am definitely not a plant person. Don't quote me on that. Coffee says, and I love how the 80s were all about color, but the furniture was the opposite vibe. Right? And so I will show you. Hang on. Where'd it go on the desk? I bought a box of dollhouse furniture, like plastic dollhouse furniture, on the Facebook Marketplace. Hang on. Sorry, Dirtwood says, I think the 90s was the worst time for house decor. Yes, it absolutely fucking was. Coffee says, oak leaf, but I called it a maple leaf on stream yesterday. LMAO! I couldn't, I don't know the fucking difference. I'm sorry. Oh, it is an oak leaf. Yeah, I don't know. But look, this is the little, like, this is the the music thing, music room desk item, ka-ching. We've got the TV, the reel-to-reel, a receiver, little speakers. And Darwin says, big tree leaf. Coffee says, 90s kitchens be like, grapes. Oh my god, seriously, grapes, ivy leaves, yes, oh my goodness. But no, this is basically our color model for this. As you can see, green, yellow, orange. There says tons of grapes. Oh my god. And so many geese. Like the geese with the blue ribbons around their necks. Like, what were the geese doing? Like, why were they there? Why were they wearing ribbons around? Are they display geese? Are they... Carly says, OMG, yee! For real. I was looking through, like, Christmas ornaments several months ago, and I pulled out a Christmas ornament from the 90s, and it was, like a little, like, kind of wind chime style thing, sort of, but it was, like, ceramic pieces that had geese on them, and I was like, and I put it carefully back into its box, and then back into the box labeled Christmas shit. I was like, nah, I'm good. I know, beloveds, you'll remember this. Russell says, Aries says, we have one. Yeah. Russell says, I love that for y'all. Carly says, that sure as heck. When I was sweet enough to be wearing those ribbons, you guys are Satan's little spawn. The geeses for real. And Aries says, we have a cookie jar that's goose. See? It was so strong. Like, is it a goose? Does it have a blue bow like this, and then the bow goes out like this and has like doots, like little chevrons going inward at the end? Aries says, blue bow. For real. Like, I seriously have a Christmas tree ornament that has probably basically like that goose's like half brother like printed like on the other thing. It was, oh my god, like for those who weren't alive then, there were geese everywhere. Here he says, yuck. Okay, hang on. Untitled Goose Game. But no, hang on. This is my purse. And that is my Get Honked button, which I fucking love so much. Stina made that for me, and she mailed it to me, and she actually mailed me like 2 of them, or maybe 3 of them. And I told her, I was like, I love it so much, I don't want to put it on my thing, because what if I lose it? And she was like, Rustic says, oh, gee, I love it. I freaking love my Goose Get Honked button. And I told her, I was like, but what if something happens to it? What if it breaks? Like, when she was like, she said, I mailed you more than one. And basically, if it gets ruined and broken, I'll make you another one. And I was like, ah! And like literally right then, like right after she said that, I fucking pinned it to my purse, because it freed me of that like fear, like, what if I wear it out? What if I lose it? You know what I mean? And so now it's on my purse, and I fucking love it. So that is everyone's sign to go, and like if you have a thing, use it up, wear it out. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay. I look at the time. It is 10:02 p.m. And that may seem early for your local Genevieve. But the thing is, I I have heard a persistent rumor about tacos and Mexican rice existing in my fridge because, yes, I went to the taco truck on Monday, which I never do. It's always on Fridays. But I feel like everyone, in case you missed it, on Friday of last week, I had a taco truck taco with onions and cilantro, and I thought I hated raw onions and cilantro, and then I ate it, and I was like, touche, Benevieve. Touche, like, that. This is not even touche, but just like, this is why we try new things. And so